Welcome to this Selectors Hub tutorial. This is the third tutorial in my Selectors Hub free full course. I will explain how to get XPath or CSS selector for dynamic or difficult web elements and generate multiple XPath and automation testing code. Then I will also show how to verify multiple selectors like locators in Selenium all together. First in this Selectors Hub training is the topic Selectors Hub Debugger feature. It is useful when the web element that you are trying to inspect becomes invisible on inspecting. You can turn on the debugger in Selectors Hub, which stops the web page after 5 seconds. So you have 5 seconds in which you need to make that web element visible. Now let me show you how this works to get CSS selectors or XPath in Selenium WebDriver or other tools. I showed how to install Selectors Hub in the previous two tutorials, but let me quickly install Selectors Hub again. So what we can do is go to ellipses, more tools, and here click on extensions. Now Selectors Hub is available in the Chrome Web Store, so I clicked on that, and here is the input box to search the Chrome Web Store. So let me type Selectors Hub here and press enter. So this is Selectors Hub. So click on it, then click on the button Add to Chrome, click on Add Extension. It will open the Selectors Hub YouTube channel, but let me close this for now. And I can pin this extension like so. And here when I click on Selectors Hub, you will see important links like change log. So if I click on it, it will open the Selectors Hub website. Then there are other buttons for video tutorials, join the Telegram group, etc. After installing Selectors Hub, we need to restart the browser. So I'm going to do that and open the website. After Selectors Hub installed, let me try to inspect a web element on this Uber website. So let us say I want to inspect one of the choices that come in enter pickup location. So I'm going to type in some data here, and let us say I want to inspect this first entry. So I right click on it. So as soon as I right click, that disappeared. You can find a similar situation on other websites like Flipkart and GoIbibo. So how to open Selectors Hub? So Selectors Hub was the last tab, but I shifted it to the beginning here. So what I can do is I can use the Selectors Hub debugger feature. So let me show that to you again. So I want to inspect this particular element, this full address, India Gate, etc. So what I can do is I can go to Selectors Hub, and here there is an icon which says turn on debugger. So let me turn on the debugger and make that web element visible, and I have to make it visible within 5 seconds. So now Selectors Hub has paused the web page and it says paused in debugger. So I can click on elements, and in Selectors Hub I can inspect this, and here we can see the relative CSS selector, relative XPath. There is a warning by Selectors Hub. It says ID looks dynamic, uncheck the ID checkbox. So let me remove the ID from the selectors, and this is a good XPath and CSS selectors here. Arial -label India Gate something. Now it is also possible that the website that you are writing the test automation for So it is possible that in the default 5 seconds debugger time, the web element has already disappeared. Still, you can use the SelectorsHub tool to find the XPath or CSS selector in Selenium WebDriver or other tools. So what you need to do is just click on this icon whose tooltip is click to customize the UI, and there you will find debugger start time, and that it is possible to change to 0. After changing it to 0, go back to the home screen of SelectorsHub and then again the same process, make the element visible and turn on debugger. And this time, because the debugger start time is 0 seconds, the debugger will start immediately and it will pause the web page. Then you can use SelectorsHub to inspect that element successfully. This is my Twitter and you can see my tweets here. So let us say on Twitter I want to inspect the spin loader. So if I right click and click on reload or use the Ctrl+R shortcut key, so you can see that there is a spin loader, and here also we can see a spin loader and a spin loader at the bottom also. But the problem is that it disappears very soon, so I cannot make it visible within 5 seconds. So what I can do is, first I can open SelectorsHub, right click anywhere and click on inspect. Now what I can do is I can click here where it says click to customize UI, and there you can see that the debugger start time in seconds is 5 seconds, and it gives the explanation in the tooltip also. Set the debugger time, for example 5 means debugger will start in 5 seconds after clicking on the debugger button. So I can make it 0 and then click on the same icon. Now the tooltip says click to go back to the home screen. So click here, and here on the web page I am going to reload it, right click and reload it and click on inspect, and I can inspect this. Now in test automation you don't need just one but different locators in Selenium WebDriver or other tools. So what you can do in SelectorsHub is you can click SelectorsHub icon whose tooltip says click to generate automation code or multiple selectors. Then inspect the web elements one by one. Then you can copy all the XPaths or CSS selectors, or if you had set the driver command earlier, you can even copy the plain code or even page object model code. So let me show you how. Now I am on my blog software testing space, and let us say I want to get the locators of different links. So what I need to do in SelectorsHub is click this icon where the tooltip says click to generate automation code / multiple selectors. So it will open this screen where the column headers are number, selector name, XPath, CSS selector, and various other attributes like ID, name, class, link text, etc. So let us say I want to copy the XPaths or CSS selector of some links. So click on inspect icon. Then I want for HTML and XML tutorials. Again click the inspect icon. I want the locator for Selenium Python tutorials. Again click the inspect icon. Then I want demo web page for testing, and again click the inspect icon and inspect demo web application. So basically it has given the XPath for all of these, and here are the CSS selectors. Here is the copy button where the tooltip says click to copy all the XPaths. So I copied it and I can paste it in the script and use the XPaths like this. I can delete all the rows not only I can copy all the XPaths or CSS selectors. So if I want CSS selectors, I can click here and I can paste them or use them in my automation testing script, and it is also possible to export the data into XLS. So basically it will take it and create a CSV file. I can not only get multiple selectors like XPath or CSS selectors, but I can get the complete command. And for that, what you need to do is click on this second icon whose tooltip says set driver command to append on selectors. And here is the command, for example, driver.findElement by.xpath XPath value. And then click on this icon to generate automation code or multiple selectors. Now let us say I want to inspect all these inputs, enter email, enter password, etc. So I click on inspect and inspect the email, then click on inspect and inspect the password field, then click on inspect the company field, and inspect the submit button. So here you can see that it has given the full command here. I can copy this and I can use it directly in my script. So here you can see the command is given as driver.findElement and the complete command is there. Now if you are using page object model or any framework, you can use that specific command here. So for that, click here, set driver command to append on selectors, and here let us say I want to use this particular command, @find by something, and press enter, and then click here to generate automation code or multiple selectors, and let me do it for a couple of these input fields, and click on inspect icon and inspect for password also. So here you can see SelectorsHub generates the complete command. I can click on copy, and here I can use it, the complete command, directly in the script. In SelectorsHub usage, you should know about SelectorsHub Smart Maintenance. Basically, when you verify XPaths, you don't have to verify XPaths one by one if a web page changes. So you can verify just multiple XPaths, or you can even paste the complete script by giving the XPath command. For example, this command, driver.findElement by.xpath, and this is the SelectorsHub keyword here. So let me show you how to verify multiple XPaths. Now I am on my blog software testing space and clicked on demo web application, and here are the input fields. So let us say I want to verify multiple selectors. So in SelectorsHub there is this icon, click to verify multiple XPath. So I can click here and get rid of this, and here the instructions are given. It says open the page where XPaths need to be verified. So I am on the correct page and click on the editor icon. So there is the editor icon here, and optionally you can set the XPath driver command and just paste the selectors page or the complete script in the box, and then click on submit. So I have kept all the XPaths for this particular web page here. So click here. So since I just have the XPaths with me, I don't need to pass the XPath command as input, so I can turn it off, and here in the box just paste all these XPaths and click on submit. So Selectors Hub will verify all these multiple XPaths all together. The other option is I don't want to just copy all the XPaths and then verify them. I can just work with the complete script of that web page. So for that I need to specify the driver command. So this is the driver command that I'm going to use. Copy this and again click to verify all selectors in single shot and delete all this and click on the editor icon, and this time I want to pass XPath command as input. So my XPath command is this one, and here I need to replace the actual XPath with XPath value. And then I can just take the complete script, copy it and paste the complete script here and click on submit. So still it is able to extract those XPaths from the script because I gave the driver command and verify that. That's all in this Selectors Hub tutorial. In the next tutorial I will show you some smart features in Selectors Hub UI that will really increase your productivity. Thank you.